Okay, internet. I assume this is working. Welcome to Extra Life once again. I'm going to put in the link right now before I forget. For those who don't know, this is a charity stream. Basically, it's part of the Children's Miracle Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. You can see right here. Here's the logo. Just testing out the whiteboard, making sure that works because I changed the graphics before this started. I'm Jonathan. We are here at the Captain's Arcade showroom up here. And I'm going to just do the little ad right now, making sure the Stream Deck works. You can come by here Wednesday, 12 to 9. Basically weekdays, sorry, not Wednesday, weekdays, 12 to 9, and come play machines. Everything's on CoinDrop, 25 cents to $1. There is a Legends of Valhalla, there is a Toy Story, there's LE versions of all the Elwyn machines, including Godzilla. There's a Halloween, there's a Rush, we all love Rush. There's also older games, like they got a Sorcerer, original Monster Bash, original Cactus Canyon, original Attack from Mars. You can check out Pinball Map, and then you'll figure it out. Tournaments from now and then, and of course upcoming events. We got Festivus, that's going to come up in December, but right now, this is the next big event here. The first week of December, we're going to have the rally. It's going to be multi-day tournament. You can look at the videos from like last time we did this earlier in the year. But now we're back to the normal date, which is in December. It will be in December pretty much for the foreseeable future. And it's going to be awesome. There's going to be, look at all, you got like 4 different tournaments. You got main, you got 90s, you got classics, and you got women's. I'm honestly really excited about 90s. I feel that's a really awesome, awesome bank, I guess, or category. Because to me, the 90s are the real classics, like your Monster Bashes, your Attack from Mars, your Addams Family, Creature. Look at all those great 90s games. Man, the best. Forget classics. Those are like old games. Those are like artifacts. 90s, that's where it's at. And, that's coming up. And then, of course, Bells and Chimes is here. Every other Monday, basically, they'll be streaming. This is obviously an off Monday. That's why we're doing this Extra Life. So, the next one is coming up. It's actually, yes, it's coming up right here, the 21st. I won't be here, but we will have a special guest commentator, and the stream will still be here and still running. So anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, thanks. We're doing basically today Old Chicago, and it's Game Time Television donated, Ryan, from up in the Bay Area, I think somewhere in NorCal. Really wanted to see Old Chicago, and more importantly, really wanted to see the drain maps. So I'm going to go through the drain maps real quick. Credit to Dalton from Dalton Pinball. You can check his stream out. He streams from Georgia. Really great player. Much better than me. Really good player, I should say. Really awesome player. I don't know. Top player. Let's just say that. And he created these drain maps, which I think are hilarious. And they really summarize all the ways you can drain on Old Chicago, as you'll see shortly when I try to play this game. This game is really mean, honestly. All right, so. Hold on a second. I realized the mic doesn't work. We'll fix this in a minute. Give me a moment. I didn't have it on for that one scene, so it's on right now. Give me a moment. At least I noticed. Okay, now you should be able to hear me, internet. I'm sure we're good now. I see it going up and down. You know what? I'm going to put it on my phone just to make sure. I should have done that earlier. One second. This is the most important part, right? I mean, when we're talking about all the drains, like this is what everyone tuned in to see this, right? I'm pretty sure. Like we all tuned in to see all the drain maps. Got the cool car, by the way. It's got the car, and what do they call them back then? Birds? I don't even know. What's the slang for women in the 30s? I don't even know. I don't watch old gangster movies from like the 20s. Yeah, this whole my whole grasp of pop culture history is tenuous at best. What they call them birds? I have no idea. All right, well, I am coming through, so let me mute myself on this and make sure you guys all don't hear. Oops, that's literally not what I wanted. That's fine though. Okay, that's good for now. I'll have to check the rig mic later. So anyways, we're going to go through all the ways you can drain in Old Chicago. Once again, courtesy of Dalton Pinball. Check him out. Really great player. Okay, so step one, or first one, we got the around. He calls this the around the world. This is actually one of the most exciting ones because basically you're going to touch like everything. You're going to touch this bumper, and then you're going to like come up here and get dunked, basically. It is basically, you know, touching almost everything. You can like around. It's basically like that around the world. And this is a common theme on this machine. Like the pop bumper pretty much dunks it down the out lane. Sometimes though the pop bumper might dunk it, you know, down the center, and maybe you can save it. Probably not though, because you'll probably tilt. My slap saves aren't that great, so we'll see how that works. I will point out that given the choice between draining here and draining here, you definitely want to drain here because it's 1,000 points. Also, sometimes you'll have extra or special lit, which is possible, but very rare. I think you have to clear the drop bank. We'll go over that when I go over the rules. We're going to do the drain map first, then the rules later. All right, so that was one. Next up, we have the off the post, where it sort of just dribbles here and goes. Sometimes it can actually hit here and then like do a perfect like swan dive slowly here, and you can try to react and once again try to slap save, but you know, all those. But this is very common where it just sort of does that, or it just hits like it's the actual hits the bumper and comes and you get dunked. See, in this one, bumper and dunked. But you know, this all three of those can happen. You can do this, boo. You can do the, and then the swoosh. I mean, I gave them all cool sound effects just for y'all's. This game is super brutal. A lot of people like it. I'm not a fan, but it's okay. It's definitely an interesting game. You'll see it in tournaments because it's so brutal. It feels like Walking Dead. It's like Walking Dead. I think can be a very brutal. I think it's a very brutal game personally, but it has cool scoring and stuff. All right. So next up, we got the pop bumpers. So the next couple ones are all involving the pop bumpers. The pop bumpers are honestly pretty much from hell, as I think is the title of the image. So basically, you know, you just get a lot of pump bumper action here, and then you get dunked because, you know, that's what happens with this game. You just so hard to predict. The pop bumpers are so close to the out lanes. It's just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's very hard to react to. I think Dennis was saying that he just keeps a flipper up these days when it's anywhere in the pop bumpers, and if it goes like there, you're screwed. Whatever. Another pop bumper drain is here. This is the one. This is the other one that instead of going down this way, you're going to get this action. It's going to go down the middle. This is the one that if you keep the flipper up, maybe you'll get a tip of it, or you can hit it at the right time. Maybe. It's a big question mark. It's hard to say. But you know, that's why this game is great. It's an equalizer, as they say. Another pop bumper. This one's a little bit more interesting because this is like the side-to-side pop bumpers, and then it dunks down one of these out lanes. So it's like do 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 do, or do 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 do. So this one I don't think you see as much, but when it happens, you feel like a chump because it's like Toy Story where the slings like sling you out. So at this time, the pop bumpers are slinging you out or hitting you out. Next one, very classic. It's the up nudge fail. So basically, you try to up nudge, you fail, and it comes there. It just drains. Or what happens is you try to up nudge and you tilt and it drains. So those things can happen. Next one is also something that I see happen a lot. It's the swish. This happens a lot of EMs where it just perfect arcs into the out lanes. Just and that's perfect. We'll see a lot of this. I'm going to tell you right now. A lot of this. Last one doesn't really happen on this machine, but on some of them, there's a saucer where you collect the bonus. We'll go over it's up here. We'll go over the rules. And sometimes it just kicks it down the middle. But in this one, I believe you get a nice double dead bounce back to the left flipper, I think. I think it's the left flipper. We'll find out when I play it. Anyways, those are all the cool ways you can drain on this game, according to Dalton. And, I agree with his assessment. But how do you play Old Chicago? Well, Old Chicago is a bonus-based game. You basically want to get as many letters here as possible, generally speaking. Every letter will be 1,000 points when you drain, unless you tilt. How do you get letters? So this spinner will, every time it fills up, will give you a letter. And actually, let me zoom in. So this spinner, every time you hit it all the way through here, build it up, it will advance the bonus. And it can go either way. It's a spinner, so it's either way works. This one is also, every time you hit the stand-up, it's 1,000, plus you get a letter, which is advanced. Anytime you see advanced bonus, it means a letter. So that's a couple ways you can do that. I think this might give you a letter. I don't know, but it gives you 500, and then if you light it by spelling Old Chicago, then you get 5,000. So if you can ever spell Old Chicago, the whole game gets crazy. You have to spell, which I think I did once on stream in that challenge against Chris. I think I lost the game though. I think I lost this. But it was Old Chicago and this lights. It was ridiculous. I think that's the only time I've ever spelled Old Chicago, because you're gonna drain before that happens. Another way is the skill shot. The skill shot's super important on this game. It basically gives you a letter, and you want the lit one for 3,000. The one on the right is much easier to get than the one on the left, in my opinion. The full plunge almost always will go here. This one I think is between 25 to 50%. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, ideally what you want to do is roll over the 1,000 and then go down a lit lane. But the thing is, these two, edges are actually triggers. If you hit them, it switches the lights. So that's why it gets very complicated. Ideally, honestly, the other reason you want the right is because there is a return on this game where if it hits these pop bumpers and it goes this way, it can come out the spinner and then just pretty much straight down the middle. Whereas if it goes to the right, you probably will be okay, because if you look up here, there's a little nub here. There's no rubber on it, I might add, but there's a nub here that you can sort of dink around and stuff can happen. Also up here are these 1,000 stand-ups. This can be good points. Honestly, when I say it's a high variance game, it's a high variance game, because you can hit the skill. You can do something like roll over for 1,000, hit this, and then hit this for 3,000 more, and then get a letter, which will give you 1,000 at the end of the ball, and then just do a lot of this and get a couple thousands on your way out, which is really good, obviously. You can also shoot these targets each for I think 500. And then if you score all of them, it's 5,000 points. Good luck. And then if you score all of them, I think it lights special. Yeah, all targets down light special. And this will light up. And when this light lights up here, this light will light up as well. I think extra ball might also be spelling Old Chicago, because I never see this lit, to be honest. Obviously, once again, you want to drain out here. And as said, you can collect your bonus at any time by shooting the saucer. I usually say it's worth it somewhere if you're at Old C, obviously it depends on the game and what other people's scores are. But generally, I only shoot this when I'm at 3,000 to 4,000. When I'm at 4,000 or more. But hey, if you can keep shooting this over and over and get a good return, you'll be okay. Like I said, on this one, I do think it double bounces, so it's pretty okay. You can just practice that. The other thing on this game is balls. This is set to 5 balls. So balls 3 and 5 will be double bonus. So play well on those balls. I think that's pretty much all of Old Chicago. Anything left now is to play the game and get just destroyed, because that's what this game is about. So yep, I'll do that. I'm gonna turn on the rig mic, walk over there and talk, and then we're gonna see how this goes. So just give me a minute. I'm also gonna get some water. And I'll see everybody over there. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me, internet. But here we go with Old Chicago. I set up a game. I think that sounds fine. Yeah, I can hear myself, so that's cool. So like I said, full plunge for the right. I don't even try for the 1000 rollover. Just want that. That's good. Get the stand up for a letter and swish. Oh, but the other thing about this game is when you play a multiplayer game, I'll show this, but like it doesn't reset. So like if you leave the spinner at the top, then your opponent can just like shoot the spinner once and get like get an advanced bonus. And then the skill shot is dependent upon what what hitting the pops or thing. It switches or hitting certain switches. If it's hitting these or the pops, it'll alternate the skill shot. So ideally you want to leave on this one, you want to leave your opponent with like the one on the left because I feel that one's harder to hit. I'll play a multiplayer game after this to show. Uh-oh. That's okay. I got it. And I missed. I'm surprised I didn't tilt. Oh, a rare catch. So, you know. Oh, I hit it. And the return switched to me. Double bonus. Got to get that skill shot. It's going to be worth 2,000 because the letters are worth double. Just don't want to get housed. Ow. Notice that the target bank did not reset. I think it's because it always happens. Man, it's hard to talk and play. It's supposed to reset. I think it stayed down that time, right? Okay, so now it's harder. It's on the left side up here. So we'll try 25%. That's not even going to do it. We'll try 50. No. I mean, I hit it, but then, uh-oh. Not like this. Not like this. Don't twist me. All right, here we go. Double that bounce. Okay, so that was a double that bounce. It just goes to the right. Really want that spinner, yo. Sorry, I'll take that too. That was not cool. Aw, should have held the flipper up. Forgot what Dennis told me. Ba 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 da wah 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 wah. It's Old Chicago, and it's on the other side. So let's try. We're already above 5. All right, let's try 75%. Wow, I really can't hit that side. Whoa! That was definitely, I felt that was a drain map. That was like, straight down. And that's the game. Not even 40,000 points. How appropriate for Old Chicago. Alright, we'll try a multiplayer game. Just to show that the things don't reset. Or the spinner doesn't reset and the skill shot, you know, stays whatever the other person drained it at. Oh, that was a good punch. Even if I get housed out, it's okay. I feel that's pretty good. Playing this game in one ball is pretty hilarious. Old Chicago. Oh, look at that. No, I should have flipped. So many bonus. But you see the spinner was stuck there. It's going to stay there for the next player. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that. I feel like that's a rare occurrence. I also can't believe it didn't go in. This ball's cursed. Yeah, that was just a cursed ball. Alright, let's try that again. What is going on? Haunted. Haunted. Ah. Okay, well, based on what happened, if I just full plunge, you should go there. Oh, okay. So now it's back. Uh-oh. And that's the return you don't want. Yep. You gotta get ready to save. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm back to getting that. Wow. Wow, I hate this game. Wow. Oh, you saved it. Saved it. Got a piece of it. Not that time.